As the Russian invasion of Ukraine enters a fifth day, more countries are cracking down with sanctions. People want to know what that impact of those sanctions will really have on us here. So joining me now to break it all down, financial analyst Bruce Allen. Good evening, Bruce.
Good evening, Steve.
So, Bruce, the White House and several EU nations announced the expulsion of certain Russian banks from the SWIFT banking system. I think a lot of us are going, what the heck is SWIFT?
SWIFT is the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications, which is a mouthful. Based in Brussels, SWIFT is the connecting tissue, the global connection between 11,000 banks in 200 countries and territories. It's how banks talk to each other, whether it's a bank, an investment company, a corporation, anybody who wants to move money securely for a purchase or a sale of something has to be in SWIFT. It's how the world does banking, and it's how global trade gets done.
How does this impact Russia then? Why is it so significant to take Russia out?
It's significant in a couple of ways. One is that this is the first time that we have ever seen SWIFT, which is basically run by the U.S. and the Europeans, throw out a country the size of Russia. It's a major sanction. And while it looks like there might be some loopholes for energy, the markets are watching to see if they're going to close those loopholes as we go forward. Several banks have been thrown out, which is causing a tremendous chaos in the financial system in Russia. We've seen collapses in the Russian currency, Russian bonds, and Russian stocks, and that has been very severe. We haven't seen anything of this magnitude ever done before. Number two is it means that it likely may mean that we are looking at more severe restrictions on whether we are not going to sanction the Russians about their energy trades. To really hurt Putin, we really need to sanction the energy coming out of Russia. That's how they make a great deal of money. And this is a first step in potentially to ultimately sanctioning Russia and eliminating their ability to sell oil and natural gas.
I know a lot of people are looking at this and wondering, what might this do to my own retirement accounts? What might it do to the markets here if I have money in the market with Russia out of SWIFT?
Sure. Well, the reality is, as far as investments here in the United States, we have roughly about 0.1% in terms of the S&P 500's, the large index of large U.S. stocks has a very small percentage of exposure to Russian businesses. It's about 0.1 of a percentage point, or 0.1% in terms of revenues. However, the impact is going to be seen in terms of we're seeing significant volatility in the stock markets. Right now, the futures are down about 475 points. Who knows where they're going to open tomorrow? Bond prices are up significantly on the news of these sanctions, so interest rates are coming down. But the biggest thing that people are going to feel probably over the next several weeks, we're seeing significant increases in the price of crude oil. Crude oil was up 23%. Add another 5% to that, Steve, today. The price of corn and wheat were also up over 10%. So Ukraine is the breadbasket of the world. They produce an enormous amount of wheat and corn. And Russia is one of the largest oil and natural gas suppliers. So we see significant price increases across the board in commodities.
People seeing prices go up at the grocery store anyway, they might see it related to this. Bruce Allen, financial analyst, really appreciate your time. Thanks so much.